Hey Capricorn, welcome back to MidnightCrowtarot. This is your post full moon in Libra reading. Yeah, as we do, Capricorn. There's a lot trying to come in for you. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Therefore, take what resonates with you, Capricorn, and leave what does not. Right. Your ears trying to ring. Your ears could be trying to ring. Communication. Lots of communication. Your phone's just been blowing up, hasn't it, Capricorn? Yeah, I know. Oh, hello. Here you are, in reverse. Why? Queen of Pentacles. Why? Capricorn. I'll pull some etheric energy for you. The moon. Oh boy. Well, that was unsatisfying. We want the Ten of Cups. Yes. Feeling a little rocked. We want happiness. And a connection. Yes. Guys, don't forget about my tarot course. Link to that is down below in the description. I've pushed the class back to November to allow more people to join. And thanks to Mercury retrograde and Facebook going down, you know, it just made perfect sense to do that. At any rate, do check out the course down below in the description. Hello, Caps. Your girl just celebrated her birthday yesterday. Oh yeah, I'm a whole year older. You like my birthday gift? A little crow. My brother got it for me. Pretty cute. And appropriate. Oh, yeah. Going on pause. I'm not trying to rush your energy, because I know what happens when I try to rush your energy, Capricorn. No. You know? Oh, now these cards are a little extra, so I'm going to actually, yeah. All right. Come on. Hello. Okay. High Priestess to the Emperor. Now I should warn you, we're using the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and there are two Emperors in this deck. There's a female Emperor, and there's a masculine Emperor. A feminine Emperor and a masculine Emperor, I should say. Okay. This is the feminine Emperor. But it could also be, you know, gender is irrelevant. The energy of a divine feminine emperor. The Emperor rules, you know, you can clearly see that these people, these subjects are on strings, right? And we're living kind of in a, I'd say this is probably like it's either the Romantic period or the Renaissance. It looks like King Louis XVI, something like that. And this kind of looks like the Palace of Versailles behind him, you know. Now, at any rate, this Emperor has to rule, and his subjects are on strings, basically. But he also rules with protection, because he has to protect his subjects from what they don't see coming. So I feel like there's a part of you, Capricorn, that's kind of like, you know, with the High Priestess, and you're using your emotion. You understand that there's a connection to the spirit world, right? Or to spirituality in general. What you understand or know to be true on the inside here that you're having to ground out here. It's like reality is trying to tell you one thing, or spirit is trying to get you to see something here, but reality is showing you something completely different here. right? How do you blend what you know to be true on the inside with what you have to maintain on the outside? So what's going on around you, Capricorn, is heavily influencing where you give your focus and attention at this time. There could also be positions of authority around you that are really kind of controlling you, even. Right? For some of you, this could be about job, right? And for some of you, I try to stay not political on my channel at all, but there are issues going on in the world right now, as it pertains to the V and everything else. And whether or not you get it or not, or believe you should have it or not, is irrelevant. It's about choice, guys. And we all are afforded that at the end of the day. And we should be afforded that at the end of the day without risk of loss or jeopardizing of being controlled and manipulated, right? By forces higher than us, we should not have to risk job security or loss or anything else, And I know many of you agree and can understand. Some of you are going through that right now. And it's this battle between what you know but you can't prove, right? With the High Priestess. There's what you know and you cannot prove, and then there's what society is pointing back and telling you. And calling you crazy. When you're not crazy, you're a perfectly rational, sane human being. You just happen to also believe in free choice. And, with that comes a measure of responsibility. Because there are many of you who are walking around before anything currently going on in the world. Some of you are, I feel the need to say, you guys are doctors or nurses. You were taking care of the sick before there was even a V cure, right? Or so they say, whatever. Before any of that existed, you were doing your thing. You were taking care of those who were sick. And now the moment they want to strip your choice away, now there goes your job security. There goes everything. You don't know what the future's going to hold. But you know that that someone here is a puppet on a string, right? Someone is being controlled by this higher level up of authority, ergo humanity, right? The same people. It's kind of that, we all have our opinion, and I don't want to be flagged or banned on my own channel. That's why I'm not going to talk about this much, but I feel it's coming across the reading very heavily today. Free choice is a thing, guys. And the moment we strip that away, we're literally done. Okay. In the name of protection, my ass. I'm just going to state it now for the record. In the name of protection, my ass. All right. There's a curtain here. See the curtain with this High Priestess? It's a stage play. There's a play going on. And we are all being the players. The world is a stage, is it not? We are all the players here. The question is, are you one of these puppets on a string? Or do you really know what's going on? And you're just trying to navigate these waters to a calm and peaceful place without imposing your will on anyone else. That is the question of today. I'd say, Capricorn, you guys made me get political on my channel. I never do that. Wow. Any final thoughts for Capricorn? We're not going much deeper than that, to tell you the truth. Let's sum up this real quick. So that's the bulk of it. That's what I really feel like is going on here. Those of you who get it, you get it. You get it, Capricorn. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, like fate is going to do what it's going to do. It's out of your hands. And many of you know what you know. Can't even talk about what you know because they call you crazy, right? Yeah, but they do. Alright, Six of Cups. And King of Swords. And also, sorry, as there are two emperors in this deck, a feminine and a masculine, there are also feminine and masculine kings in this deck. This is a feminine king. Feminine King of Swords. Calm, controlled communication. Diplomatic. But she's holding a needle and thread, right? She's sewing her dress together. Sewing this communication. Has to be carefully woven together in order to be communicated. And lovingly communicated. With the Six of Cups. Right? There's a truth with friends and family or lovers too. You know, some of you quite literally could be stopping communication with people based on your religious differences, political or otherwise, romantic, whatever. That's the truth. Tower, boom. There goes a lot of things because we flat out don't agree on these issues. And that's the truth. And that's okay, you know. It's like I don't disrespect you any less as a person. I just, you know, I ask that my rights be upheld. The moment you take that away, then we have nothing else to discuss. The moment we strip those away, we have nothing to discuss. There's no middle ground. Alright? You have your choice, I have mine. And that is going to be the Tower moment for many of you. I feel that. I feel it. Hard to argue with science, right? And you don't. You don't argue with science. Science is what it is. You know, I argue with the people who claim that they are doing it for the good of humanity. Right? It's hard to trust the people who invented this thing to sell me the cure for it as well. You know what I mean? Where's the proof of that? Nothing. Because I'm just a theorist. That's all I am. That's all this is too, by the way. Guys, tarot, it's all theory. So yeah, go ahead. Label me a quack, a kook. That's all I am. Nothing more. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I sit very comfortably in my truth. And I don't try to impose my will on you in any way. Because again, if this is for you, it's for you. It either resonates or it doesn't. That is the black and white. That is the positive and negative. That is science. There's only positive and negative. And you can either choose to flow in the positive or you can choose to flow in the negative, but you're making a choice either way. But this controlling, manipulative energy, it's hard to know who's on a puppet and who's a puppet, who's on a string, right? Or who's doing the controlling here. And what are you really afraid of at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to tell you what. Me personally, I'd rather catch the shit. You know what I mean? And let my body develop its own. But that's me. That's me. Page of Pentacles. That's me. Learning a little lesson with the High Priestess. Wanting to move to a calmer water with that Six of Swords. Alright, can we move to a calm water? Can we discuss? Can we come to a place where we can talk? might actually lose subscribers over this. I feel it. It's okay. That's okay, Cat. But that's sad, though, too, because it's like we're literally at a point, guys, where we can't even be honest with each other anymore. We're at that point. People are so scared of losing their jobs, losing their identities, being called crazy. I'm going to tell you guys, if I cared about that, I wouldn't be here doing a tarot channel. Because there are plenty of people who can't face the truth of what I do. Plenty of people who think I'm crazy, probably. That's okay. I understand. You know. You're here watching, though, which is the fascinating part. That is the fascinating part. So, who's the crazy one? Show me this Emperor, please. Not you, Capricorn. Talking about those of you who you know who you are. Like, why are you here? The whole point of doing stuff like this, or getting in touch with any of this, is to understand that we all have fucking work to do. We all have fucking work to do to raise the consciousness of this planet. Right? It doesn't come by pointing the finger, oh, she did this, he did this, oh, they won't do this, so it's their fault. If more people would just do this, it's their fault. No, motherfuckers. Okay? No. Okay? If we didn't have people trying to enforce or impose their wills upon us to begin with, we wouldn't be in this situation with the Emperor. Okay? The Emperor is under a false guise of pretending like he's helping when he's not. Caused this shit to begin with. The Emperor standing in the power does protect his subjects, does put that authority down where it needs to be. But you're crossing, again, a very thin line with spirituality and practicality. And it's a thin line, guys. How do you navigate those waters? How do you do that? How do you literally do that? Navigate these waters. The Six of Swords is about spirit guiding you through tumultuous times, right? Guiding you through turbulent waters to a calmer place where you can digest your thoughts. That is the Six of Swords. That is you taking an idea, a piece of information with the Page of Pentacles, and moving to a calm place. And that is what you know to be true with the High Priestess here twice. So I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Again, I will never do that. I will never tell you something you don't know, because if it resonates for you, and you know exactly how that resonates for you. Capricorn. Whew, I feel this reading for you today, Cat. I wasn't expecting this. I was not expecting this message for you today. Show me the Emperor, please. No. People aren't even talking anymore about their friends that are dying. I'm one of them. So don't give me your shit. I don't want to hear it. Kick rocks, click off the channel, unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me this is the burden I need to carry. No. This is the burden you placed on me, frankly. And I'm not even a Capricorn, but I feel this. You are my moon energy, Capricorn. So I really feel this, as a matter of fact, for some of you. Oh, but that's the rare situation, the rare occurrence. Bullshit. What's rare is people aren't actually talking about it. They're not actually reporting how common it actually is, because they're afraid to. Because of judgment that they're receiving, like this, right now. Someday though, people are stop being afraid to speak their truth. Back in the King of Wands, please. And it's like you have to say their truth, because the truth can't even be defined anymore. What is the truth? Explain that to me. Death. Wow. What a message. The truth is death. That, in reverse, that which is not transforming, that which has no rebirth. Death. Death is the truth. Now, mind you, you could, of course, just be sitting in the energy of the King of Wands, and, you know, you're looking at death of Scorpio. Maybe you're not growing with it this time. Maybe there's some other, you know, establishment here that's just not working out. It's not working out like you thought it would. You know what I mean? This person, this situation that you thought was going to magically transform because you approached the situation again in the same mentality that you had, right? It's called a definition of insanity, when we approach something in the same mentality expecting a different result. We do something over and over and over and over and over and over and over again expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity, and that's what some of you have done. Or that's been done to you. Someone is preaching and preaching and preaching and preaching and preaching the same message over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result, accepting other people, alright, to not recognize the bullshit that has been playing right out in front of their faces. Alright, the curtain that has been going on behind this stage play that has been drawn out, long and drawn out. People are tired. People, it's like, you see the lie. You see the fucking lie here. But no, we gotta pretend like we don't see it. We gotta pretend. We even go into hermit mode. Like, we're ghosting the situation, right? King of Swords. Ghosting the situation with the hermit. Going within. Can't discuss what I know to be true. I need to step back from the world and get a higher perspective. I can't share what I know to be true because what will I lose? I don't want to lose the people and the friends that I have, but we have clear differences here. So what do? I withdraw. I withdraw my energy and I go into hermit mode. I go quiet. Many of you have been doing that. Many of you have had to do that. Yeah. Well, that's beautiful though. Because in your act of disengaging from what no longer serves you, you went out and you found the star. And what does the hermit do? He holds the star in the lantern, Capricorn. And that to me is always the best. This is one of the most beautiful tales in the tarot. Is the hermit and the star. Because that is simply a gorgeous tale. The hermit holds the star in the lantern. He seeks higher knowledge and wisdom. Though it be far-reaching and out there, far out there in the galaxy, far, far away, right? You know? He seeks to have a higher viewpoint, and he goes within to discern what's right for himself. Not imposing his will on anyone else, just to figure out what's right for himself. And he makes sound judgment and clear judgment from that. Often, though, it is a dark night of the soul, and that is also what the hermit represents. It is a dark night of the soul because you go through it alone. You do it alone. Because when you finally disengage from people and situations and things that no longer serve you, it's not a rush of people and energy coming at you to support you in the effort. No, you do this shit alone, guys. You go through this dark night of the soul by yourself. Some of you were doing that. You go through the dark night of the soul alone. Or with spirit. They are right there, by the way. So you're not really alone, but you think you are. You think you're by yourself, right? 9 of Pentacles. You think you're all alone, but you're not. Advice, please, for Capricorn. Some of your money is really going to be looking good here, by the way. Because when you come through that, because many of you have, you've gone through this dark night of the soul already, and you're coming on the other side of it, and you're looking damn good. You don't look so crazy because stuff you said, Capricorn, stuff you did, or stuff you planned for in advance, you see why now. You see why you made those adjustments, right? Because it's harvest time, baby. 7 of Pentacles. It's harvest time. You made those adjustments. Some of you with love. Some of you, hello, will come face to face with your lovers and those from your past that you left behind. You'll have those conversations now from a loving place, and there won't feel like there's this distance between you, because people are going to ask you how you did it. How did you stand and finally find yourself, Capricorn, amidst this epicenter of chaos, amidst everything going on in the world? How did you come out on top? Well, I tried to tell you guys. I tried to warn you in advance. You know, I tried to... Okay. It's not about that. It's not I tried. It's either it resonates with you or it doesn't. And it's not your time to hear something, then it's not. No hard feelings at all. Some of this is channeled because I'm like, I feel like I'm saying a lot of shit right now that if I go back and watch this, I'm like, I don't know, like, did I don't remember half the shit I say sometimes here, but this is a much longer reading for you, Capricorn. Okay. I'm sure I'll find this very interesting. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. And then what do you need to release? Waning moon. What's holding you back, Capricorn? Some false belief, some idea, some ideal that you feel like you need to hold yourself up to or hold yourself accountable for? No. In fact, I don't think I'm talking to Capricorns who are struggling with that. Not today. I think I'm talking to those of you, the ones who have already been through it. But maybe some of you just because you've been through it doesn't mean you still don't get triggered. You know? And that's the truth. That's the truth. Just because we do our healing doesn't mean we're not occasionally triggered when we see something, or we hear something, or when something's expected of us. Or we see these changes going on in the world that we can do nothing about, and we have to watch as people do it to themselves. We have to watch. Because they're so afraid. They're so afraid. They're so afraid. But what's more fearful? What are you really afraid of? This potential thing that you could get? Yeah, you could get it. Sure. You could go through it. I know plenty of people who have, even, yeah. Yeah. I'm more fearful of no longer having the right to even decide. It has to start there before I can consider anything else. Like I said, I'd rather catch the shit. You know what I mean? Smoke and mirrors. How appropriate. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered, healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your biases and the way you view the world. God. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We're conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond this illusion. Discoveries at the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights and empty space. Consciousness is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are all eternal. Ask yourself what you see. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, an awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic with which to co-create life beyond your wildest expectations. Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. Now, you have no way of knowing this, but this is a new deck for me. I've never actually read that oracle card before. So if you don't think that what I just said, what just came out in this reading, is not a perfect summation of that card, then you tell me what the fuck am I talking about, okay? Capricorn, I hope this message did serve you well. Alright, Caps. I'm sending you so much love, guys. Take care, my beautiful Capricorns out there. Be well.